Hey guys, it's Jen here. I wanted to pop on and talk to you today about um, what to do after a storm. We are in day 3 of just brutal storms tearing through the country. Tornado after tornado, hail, wind, flooding, you name it. It's just been horrible. Missouri, we got hit with 2 tornadoes that I was actually able to track and confirm. I'm a real weather bug. I took all the NOAA classes, but without paying for them, so I don't have the piece of paper that says I'm a meteorologist, but I know what I'm doing, and I'm okay with that. Um, but yeah, I'm really big time. Storm chasing was my dream after I got my kids homeschooled, and I can't go back to that because of my migraines. But we're going to take a look at what has happened, and just quickly in my yard, I'm going to show you based on what I have what you need to do. So let's take a look and let's go. So before anyone goes all Hoosier on me, in my son's defense, we have not had a dry day in almost 3 weeks where it's been safe enough to cut the grass. So that's why we've got all of this overgrown vegetation. This right here is part of one of my medicinal gardens. This is where I grow all of my medicinals that go into my products. So you know it's safe, you know it's natural, it's organic, and you should check it out. I've got everything up on Etsy, and you're supporting small business, so I thank you very much for that. You want to look for anything in here that is not of medicinal value and pull it out. And that way I can protect it from the cicadas that are coming. Number one, because I can control that. Number two, they freak me out. They are, oh my God, there's one right here. Look at this. Freaking, oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're horrifying. So I don't do cicadas. But we've got a lot of dandelion root. We've got a lot of plantain growing around here. Erosion, that's another thing we want to take a look at. After you get a lot of rain, you're going to get erosion going on. You're going to have sinkholes in water. And so you want to make sure we're going to be dumping a bunch of rocks in there, sand, and filling it in. From there, we want to, once we're done with our garden, we want to look up. And actually, you should probably do that first. So what we're looking for are called widowmakers, and they're called widowmakers because they kill people when they fall. And I've actually seen widowmakers come down and crush families, and it's been just horrifying. So this one's going to come down. I'm going to use my silky pocket boy that I got from Bomb Proof Bushcraft, Madison Pool. Hop onto her site to get your own saw. And then we've got, I just noticed here, this, you want to talk about a widowmaker, this whole thing right here. Look at that. That is dead. So that sucker's going to be coming down. And just about everything that's, this whole tree, that's not a tree, that's a dead tree. What you see living on there is that trumpet vine that I told you about. And that's all that is. This is all trumpet vine coming on the top of the tree too. So what's left of the tree is this area. The rest, that's all trumpet vine. So I've got to chop all that out. So the rest of our wood from the winter, honeysuckle, that's also going to choke everything out. And I'm pointing out the things down here on the ground because I want you to understand what you've got going on growing and what you need to get out so you can get to the hazards and dangers in your own yard or wherever it is that you are at. All of this is my neighbor's crap that they refuse to do anything about, and it's grown into my yard, and I've tried to approach them. These people are ridiculous. So I'm gonna be taking a saw all the way along the fence line, and then I've got 12 trees that I'm planting all right here, and by the end of the fall they will be about 12 feet tall. Look, another sinkhole. So We got some black locust in here. Black locust is beautiful. It's got very aromatic flowers, but it's also got the hugest thorns you've ever seen. And if you get tagged by one, Lord have mercy, because it's a paralytic. And I've gotten tagged by it before, and my arm was completely numb for a whole day. I couldn't use it. That fire pit we got when we got married, that's lasted. So I don't know if you can see this. That is that's my newest weather station that I put up just before the storms came in. And I didn't quite get all the readings that I wanted to on it because the storms came in so fast I wasn't able to set everything up properly. But this is our kids' playhouse. That lasted my children's lifespan. You can see here, that right there, that rung, that broke out from under my feet when I was putting the PlayStation in. But this sucker's coming down this summer and we're gonna burn her. Back here we cleared out vegetation, so we're gonna put in more edibles and medicinals. So we're going to be putting a bunch of sunflowers in, red and yellow, a lot of edelweiss. So edelweiss is great ground cover, and it will keep the rabbits and stuff from eating what you don't want them to. Another ground cover, if I can find it, it's the benefit of having it is not actually having any grass that you have to deal with. But creeping Jenny, we've got plenty of that around here. This is Creeping Jenny, and I know I'm going on and on about ground cover, but it's so important that you clear everything but that out so you can identify underlying problems like sinkholes and medicinals. So we're going to be putting a bunch of sunflowers in, red and yellow, a lot of edelweiss. So edelweiss is great ground cover, and it will keep the rabbits and stuff from eating what you don't want them to. Another ground cover, if I can find it, it's the benefit of having it is not actually having any grass that you have to deal with. But Creeping Jenny, we've got plenty of that around here. And so that's why my son does not have to cut the grass. But yeah, it does look pretty Hoosier. I really don't care. We're going to be moving anyway. So to take down the larger tasks, we're going to be using my hatchet. This is actually a council tool velvet cut, and we're going to do a whole nother thing on hatchets, but I just wanted to show you what tools we're using. Again, this is the Pocket Boy. It is the perfect size for me. Bombproofbushcraft.com with Madison. You want to get it there. And by the way, that's the bug spray I use. You got to get it. It's golden. There's no ticks, no bug bites, no nothing. So here's that first Widowmaker we took down, that big branch, and I used the Pocket Boy on that. And what I love about the Silky Gum Boys is they work on the pull, not the push. So you're exerting so much less energy. Okay guys, one thing I forgot to mention, and I have to mention this, because I have a freakishly small head, and my dad had a freakishly small head. He was a big guy, but he could not find hats that fit him. And this hat actually fit him. This is my dad's hat, and my mom gave it to me while I was in Chicago these last 2 weeks, and I feel blessed to have it and something of his to wear every day. I'm also excited to show you that the corporal made good on his word to get some patches out. So we've got the gray, we've got the brown, got the OD green. They're on his Etsy page, so go on over there and check it out. Head over to my Etsy page, check out my products there. They're all natural, organic, and they are good stuff. We're a small business, and I would not be able to do all this without you guys helping me along the way. And I really, really appreciate that. So hit the like and subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss another Diva episode, and just stay safe. Don't be the guy with the camera who's trying to get the best shot. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.